The church.
Straight to hell with you.
I'll be in good company. You'll be there.
Damn, you straight to hell,
Long
my
as
nigga.
I got King Jesus.
I've known you more than 10 years, nigga. I know where you're going.
Oh,
Yeah.
sadness.
Yeah. All right, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to take a big swig of this because I don't want you to be like.
She feel like she gonna be regular degular
No,
her no matter what.
she ready.
All right, you all right? Fuck it then. Let's go.
Oh, the way she looked at you.
All right, well, shit, my
know
bad.
what?
I didn't know. I thought that maybe she needs to.
Take a drink. Don't take a drink. Don't let his male audacity come in.
Wow, that's what we doing. The
It
male on
didn't
this.
move me.
Good. See, she is.
You see how you act? You see how you act when people get around?
You know, I feel like it's the power that she embodies.
You know what?
It's
We're not
spilling
gonna do
over
that
here,
shit.
and
I
I
cannot.
feel it.
Now
I
you-
absorb it.
You are definitely getting peed
I
on
am
for that type of energy.
I'm a
saw you.
voyeur,
Usually
so
I
would
reject
watch.
things, but I accept it. What she say? What
She
happened?
said, I'm on 4 years, so I would watch. Sick of
Oh
your
my
shit
God.
already.
Um,
Hey guys, we're
Hi,
back.
welcome back to another episode of More to the Story.
Woo! Farron likes to be first.
because
Listen.
it's my show. You have drilled that into me, Farron. It is your show, and so if I want to do the intro slow and in my professional voice, then you just sit there and you be quiet and you let me do it.
Right.
Carmen needs to be here more often. I feel I am speaking with the strength of Carmen.
I like that. It did sound like me on a regular day.
Damn, this is a very St.
So-
Louis episode.
This is back. We're all from St. Louis.
All for St. Louis.
Southside.
South side, east side.
West side,
You know what
west
it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my homies over there.
Bell
Yeah.
Vegas.
Okay, Belle Vegas is not a thing. It's called Belleville. She's from Belleville.
So what?
Yeah.
Why?
That's not even.
Because, you know, you see the arts
Is
on my
that
life.
closer to Chicago?
No. Ooh, okay. I'm like, girl, no, it's closer to Macoupin County.
I'm
Wow.
no longer speaking with the strength of Carmen because Carmen got to get the fuck out.
Ooh, got the good knuckle.
Carmen got to go.
You said Illinois.
No.
I didn't know.
No, Southern Illinois. I'm from
I guess
Belleville.
technically
Her
that's what
daddy
it
used to
looks
sell
like
my
from
uncle crack.
Illinois.
Farron's daddy used to sell my uncle crack. And that's how we met way back in the day.
That
we
is
were both
not
in the,
how we met.
She rolled up with.
She was in the back seat. I was in the back seat. We both looked out the window like, this is life.
He sound ridiculous. If anything, both of our little corny asses met at church.
I mean, I
you
went
went
to
to
church.
church?
I was- yeah, I went-
behind the
Fast
church?
forward
I
some
went
years.
to church, but I was in the street
we
too.
met in
I
school.
was
Okay,
definitely
what's
in the
your
streets.
what's your favorite Bible verse?
Jesus wept.
Of course, the shortest line
Do
of the
you
Bible.
remember where you can even find that in the Bible?
Yeah, it's in the Bible. It's
It's
on
in
pages.
the,
Is that in John?
It's in John.
It really is. Okay, good. I got something.
Oh, so you went to church more than me, nigga.
Nigga, I was in a whole puppet ministry. I toured the country spreading the word of God through puppets. And you laughing. You think it's a joke. It ain't a joke. Baby, I can do everything that they do.
like
I can do everything that they I can do everything they do
Why is
on
your hand
Sesame
doing
Street.
this,
Yeah,
though?
I'm like,
Why is your-
because
Two
don't
in the
nobody
pink-
put a
Two in the
puppet.
pink, one in the stink. She was like,
Exactly.
like,
I was like,
Hey,
somebody trying to
puppets.
rock her
I
with
was
the
like,
shotgun.
this got very sexual. People have sexualized puppets over the
they
years.
literally just sexualized my hands. I don't
Look.
I'm not surprised about puppets.
Remember when I said this was my show? I take it back.
You reneged.
Any responsibility.
She reneging.
welcome back to More to the Story. I'm to hear more. It's my beautiful wife, Farron. More. We have. You
Welcome
said
back to More to the Story.
She just said
I
she didn't
am
wanna do
Farron
it.
Moore. This is my handsome wife, husband, to hear more. And these are our guesses.
Okay,
This
so,
is-
I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but like the spirit of fool is in here. This is wrong. That's all time foolery. His spirit is still here from Tuesday, man. Cause I'm like,
Shout out
shit.
to my homie Food. Rest in peace,
Oh,
bro. I
we
miss you. I love
yes.
We miss
you.
you.
Man, definitely miss you, man. But yo, we got an amazing show for you guys tonight. This is the third part of a series of fetishes, kinks, and bedroom lights. We have amazing guests today. You guys remember from last week, we have Dom, a.k.a. St. Angeles, and we have a very special guest. She goes by the name Madam Carmen.
Madam. Oh, should I read the...
Yeah, you can read. Do you want her to read the bio? Farron has a great reading
Don't
voice.
look at me.
We're
I
from-
feel like she's
we're all from
like
St. Louis.
Extensive bio. It's
No, it's
First of all,
perfect.
can I talk about these eyebrows? Because these eyebrows is
No,
fire.
we
Okay.
got to read this bio.
Okay.
Madam Carmen, she, her, is an internationally known professional lifestyle dominatrix and BDSM fetish connoisseur. Madam runs the House of Kinknick headquarters based in the Houston metro area. Gang, gang. Starting off as a published photographer and talent agent, Madam Carmen started shifting to question the other side of the camera and adapting a new fondness in modeling and transforming her body into alt. Her love for alt and modeling career has now intersected with her fetish career, and she has now been a fetish and alt model and entertainer for over 5 years. Madam, who has been continuously studying the craft and brushing up her skills for over 10 years, is an active leader in the Texas BDSM fetish and alternative lifestyle communities. She is an advocate for the Black indigenous rights and the right to consent movement. Madam is also an advocate for human rights, social justice against people of the BIPOC, is that okay to say? BIPOC, Black indigenous people of color, LGBTQ plus, and vulva owners. Ooh, vulva owners. I got one of those. The lovely Madam practices healing, fetishism, and domination through her own sacred and erotic BDSM-based studies and experiences throughout her journey. Madam considers herself a sensual sadist. Ooh, sexy. Madam Carmen is also founder of Kinknick, a BDSM-based event and movement centered for BIPOC and LGBT plus audiences. She is also a BDSM-based adult producer as well as director for Kinknick Media, an indie adult production company founded by Madam Carmen that is also BIPOC and LGBT plus based. The company hosts an assortment of BDSM kink-based erotic adult content whose work can be seen on ManyVids. Oh, that's a place to go. ManyVids, OnlyFans, and even runs an Instagram page that updates and informs on future productions and content. With the growth of alternative sexual lifestyles like BDSM within the mainstream being at an all-time high, Madam Carmen makes it her mission to continuously educate and guide those curiously kinky folk with safe sex and BDSM practices, as well as safety and protocols. Madam also runs a mentorship program for individuals in order to help them navigate through the lifestyle as a dominant on a more professional path. Love it.
Chris,
Yes.
Chris, a.k.a. Mr. Talent, said, well, damn, what don't she do? She do everything.
So-
You better.
Do you realize how
You
hard
better.
it was for me to like put all of that condensed? I'm like, that's like I said, it's long, and I'm over here asking people like, is this too long?
No. Get it all in there.
I got it.
So, first question. How'd you learn what you know?
I actually studied it. Like
Like
actually
there's a
did
legit,
research.
like a university type deal, or
I
like
guess you could say
how?
I created. I homeschooled myself. Like I literally, I originally started in the BDSM community as a voyeur. That's why I said I was a voyeur. That's like my heart.
Oh, okay.
So then we get to the domination side and like the fetish play side because of me having like previous sugar daddies that were older that wanted me to do anything they want. I wanted to them.
Oh, okay.
And I have one specifically that like literally asked me to do whatever I wanted, and I'm like, you can't just tell me that.
Like what? Okay, break that down. Let's stick a pin.
Everybody has limits.
Stick a pin in the how you know what you know. What does do anything you want to do entail? What does that look
I
like?
kept it light because I actually wanted to experiment. Like I didn't want to be extreme and scare him away because I wanted to be able to continuously like establish like what it was I was trying to do through like practicing with him. He didn't know that. Like he just was like, "You fine, do whatever you want to me." I'm like, "Okay, cool, shit." But the first time I just deprived him of all his senses. like sensory deprivation. I deprived him of.
Oh,
I
so
have
like
a blindfolded-
earmuffs, blindfold.
Yeah, I gagged him with my panties. I even put like something over his nose.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah, the
Hold
only thing
on.
that he could do was
Hold
hear.
on 1 second. Can we bring her mic up just a little bit because people are saying her mic is still low. I don't want you to have to move. I like
Because I
what
feel
you're
like
doing.
it's getting really close.
Yeah, so let's just bring it up just a little bit, Cam, so we can just make sure the people can hear it. All right, so
Okay.
we get to go.
All right. Like that's literally how I started. And I wanted to expound more. So throughout the experience and exploring with him, like I was able to read upon some things that I actually was into. I actually looked and did research, like actually looked at videos, documentaries. I read a couple of books.
So there's no formal place for a
That's what you
dom
got
to
me
go
for now.
Okay.
Like literally, it's not even just me. There are other doms too, all genders that host educational resources for you to learn. Because I don't know everything, and there's only
So you actually teach other dom, or potential, or
So I mentor.
future.
So I have a BDSM 101 course that I have, and then I have a mentorship program for doms, like
Okay.
people who want to establish themselves as dominants.
okay.
And more so leaning towards like the pro dom too, but I really want to just establish them more so as a dominant. If you already naturally exude like dominant energy, I just kind of want you to help. I want to kind of help navigate what you want to do with that energy. Like
Okay.
where does that energy supposed to go for you?
Right. Hey friends, I'm here to talk to you about HelloFresh. And y'all know how I feel about my HelloFresh. But now fall is approaching and HelloFresh is ready for us with these seasonal recipes. Let me tell you about it. The fall harvest is officially on with HelloFresh. Count on seasonal recipes like pumpkin cinnamon rolls. I cannot wait. I might eat them in your face. And Friendsgiving ready sides, as well as fresh, high quality ingredients that travel from the farm to your front door in less than a week. With HelloFresh, in addition to saving you time you'd otherwise spend meal planning, and we all know how much I hate meal planning, they offer you 50 menu and market items to choose from every single week. From vegetarian meals and calorie smart choices to extra special gourmet options. There's something special for everyone to enjoy. With recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. So, friends, get in on this. Go to HelloFresh.com/14more and use code 14more for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/14MOORE and use code 14more for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. Get better value. HelloFresh is over 30% cheaper than shopping at grocery stores. So get in on it, friends, with HelloFresh.com/14more and use code 14more for up to 14 free meals. Enjoy.
So
Okay.
I met Carmen. We've known each other. Well, we met in college in our collegiate days, and like many times in college, you lose contact with people, and then happen to see her on Instagram. Oh shit, that's Carmen. Followed, right? Then I followed, not knowing what she was doing. Then I went to her page. I was like, oh she out here killing the goddamn game. That's what she doing. And so she
I try to warn people about that too.
yeah, so she travels and teaches this. It's not just what
Okay.
she's doing in Houston. She's traveling right now. She's actually on a trip, and I appreciate her for making time for us
Yes,
to come
thank
to
you so
the
much.
podcast. But also, like I didn't even know this was a big thing like that. You hear about BDSM and things of that nature, but you didn't know I didn't know that. There are people that actually mentor people and teach people and kind of just like provide leadership and guidance for people that are interested in this and that whole thing, like I said, making a community and finding a safe place. So, but I also saw you posted, I don't know if this was last week, you was like, I don't teach dominatrix. You either have it in you or you don't. Right? You supposed to say-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speak on that.
Yeah.
I'm naturally dominant. This is who I am naturally.
Right.
I'm naturally assertive. I've always been told that. I've always been saying you're not feminine enough. You too masculine. It's like I battled with that a lot growing up. As me being a woman, being told that by men, women, whoever, telling you that you're not women enough or you're not feminine enough.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to sit in that until like I started becoming more empowered into who I am and
Right.
realizing that like your femininity is defined by what you make it. So like, and literally realizing that for myself, it helped me establish my dominance
Nice.
and how I want to navigate it. Because I could be beating people's
love
asses all day long,
that.
like in reality. I'm from St. Louis, so yeah, we can knuckle up.
Yes.
But where do I really want to
Right,
direct
right.
this energy? You know?
Love that. I'm not even trying to cut you off, but the way that just resonated with me, because it still sticks with me that a man I worked with called me brash. And he, and he meant it with everything in them, even though he was the rudest, most entitled
course.
man I have ever met. Like, I listened to him yell at a client on the phone how he was going to shit in this man's mouth, but he called me brash.
Because that's
I'm
natural
like,
though. That's natural. That's
What did I do that made you come to this
You black.
conclusion?
I was literally
black.
about to say that you a black woman.
I ain't trying to make it about crowd, but you know, you black.
I mean,
an
that's what it
assertive
is.
woman. Like,
Yeah.
Tahir's told me, like, yo, sometimes your tone of voice, like,
But,
you
let-
about to get chin checked.
Farron does have a tone.
First off,
Farron does have a tone.
But what's the reality behind that
Yeah.
though? Like, where is the origin from that though? For me personally, I was raised by my dad. I was raised by a man, a single father. So like. That came even with him like raising me and the help of my grandmother. My grandmother is just as tough,
Right.
So
Yeah.
she wasn't as affectionate. That we have grandmas. They was like, "Hey, baby." I lived with my grandma, so a lot of times it was like my mom, like, "You gonna eat this? You gonna go to school? You gonna do that?" It wasn't a "Hey, baby." It was take care of your stuff. Take
That's
care
true.
of handle your
Yeah.
business.
Usually you see
Very
grandmas on the weekend or at
very
holidays and stuff like
true.
that.
When you-
Those
when you-
are
yeah.
an active member in the same housing
Household,
unit.
it hit different.
It
The first
definitely
time
is,
my grandmother
absolutely.
hugged me, it was because her sister was on her deathbed and she came and and her sister told her to hug all of us. She came downstairs and hugged us, and I was like, "Grandma, is everything
You
okay?"
know what to do.
Yeah, like I was like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?" And she was
I've
like,
had the best of both on
like,
that end.
yeah.
You know.
One.
The other one, I'm like, ugh.
and but the thing about it is, because I'm here now, I get them hugs now.
Yeah.
But like, it helped me become who I am. I've established who I
Right.
am through that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the origin of why we are looked at in that way is because of society and the roles in which we play in society.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is what people fail to realize is black women take leadership in a lot of
Yep.
roles overall anyway, being single moms and whatnot. So we have to speak up. We have to speak up for our kids. We have to speak up for ourselves.
Right.
We have to speak up for black men. So it's a lot that we do, and then when we have to utilize that energy for something else, even if it's at a grocery store, and I'm like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I have my receipt?" "Oh, you're getting a little like hostile, like
Right.
you're getting," because
You're
my voice carries.
immediately
My
the
voice
angry
carries.
black woman.
Right, your voice gonna already naturally carry because of the type of tone like we already carry because we're black. Like it,
Yeah.
it already comes with our genes.
Yeah.
So however we carry ourselves, my voice carries. I can get loud and like that, really loud, and people are like, "You're very loud." I got older, and I'm like, I am. And I've acknowledged that. I tell people this. When
I
people
am.
meet me, they're like, "Oh, Madam Carmen, yes, I want you to know this right now. I'm very no nonsense. Like, I forget stuff, and like, I'm loud. And like,
Jesus, Farron, she sounds like you.
Right. Like, I feel
sisters.
like, girl, this is.
but that's really where that energy resonates at. But a lot of women, especially black women, and when you have that dominant energy, they don't know what to do with it. They feel
Right.
lost and displaced by it, and they're trying to make this man play on that role. A lot of times, that's where that conflict comes in.
Yeah.
And we don't. We can talk on this topic, but like I am an advocate for female-led relationships. I'm not saying every relationship has to be female-led, but at the same time, though, it's a reason why that there are dominant women. There are a reason why that there are women that have leadership energy within them. They're not supposed to be like but beneath someone. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be above, and they're supposed to actually lead. And it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay for
Let
a
me
man to
type
say,
that
you know,
down.
I don't know. Do you know? Yes, I do. And let me handle this. And it's okay because things will get taken care of. Trust me.
Damn.
Things will get handled.
Damn.
Yes.
Not all relationships require this, and I'm not saying that every relationship has to be female led.
Right.
But some men, they don't need to be leading. And they be trying their hardest, and they're like, I'm supposed to do this, and they
Yeah.
don't know how because that's
And
naturally
it's
not what
women,
they're supposed
but
to do.
it's women who feel, because I 100% feel that way, and I tell him all the time, like, you know, I follow you to the end of the world because I trust his judgment.
Absolutely.
But I also know that I'm a very strong personality, and without someone like him, I would take over, and I saw that as a negative for so long. Like, no, the man is supposed to run it, and thank God I found like who I feel is my equal, like my
Absolutely.
legit partner, where I'm okay taking the submissive role to him, because in every other relationship I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, a
Got
lot
it?
of men don't know
Like,
how to
I'm
lead.
I'm
Yep.
going
Yeah.
to
Absolutely.
have
A lot of men
because
don't.
it
But
needs
why
to
do
get
that?
done.
But why
I'm
don't
going
they?
to do
I'm an
it.
origin person. I'm an origin person when it comes to like men not being able to lead because a lot of them are being raised by single women who been trying to tell men to lead.
Yeah.
So
And-
you're trying to tell your son to lead in a way in which you wanted him to lead, or you're feeling like he needs to be supplemented for whatever he lacked of missing out on his father
Yeah.
being in his life. And that's a lot of times that coddling and stuff
Yeah,
is
but
one of
I
the
mean-
reasons why I told my ex-boyfriend's mom, like, I'm very disappointed in you, ma'am. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at Cam. Don't scratch the eyebrow.
I
Listen.
know.
And she apologized.
Well, one
I
second. Let me
know.
say this. Let me say this.
I
That's
know
Even
real.
some
though-
That's
women
so
who
fuck-
want to have that conversation with their
you need
partners.
to.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
need to.
I
You
wanna
need to.
say
She
this.
literally put her head down and admitted that shit. She on some real shit. She was just like, he was upstairs doing something, and I literally had the conversation. I was just like, she's like, I'm so sorry. I know that he's a procrastinator. It's because of me. And I coddled him, I babied him, and I'm just said, you sit here and you realize that it's affecting me and our relationship now.
Yeah.
Like, he literally be lost. He doesn't know what to do and how to navigate.
Yes,
And I'm over here
yes.
like, be your man. Be your man. And he's like,
He's
well,
like, I don't know
I'm
how.
trying. I'm
Right.
doing
What is really the
everything.
time
This
of
is what TV told me to do.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
but
it.
in a sense of like, what is
Wow.
really being a man though?
Huh?
Like, what is being a man? Like when we
Honestly,
say that to men, like,
adulthood, period, and acknowledging what your individuality is.
Okay.
Adulthood, learning how to take care of yourself as an adult. When I'm gone away, is you shouldn't half-ass anything. Period.
okay,
You shouldn't be half-assing clothes, washing, because I'm not around. You're a grown
Right.
up. You're a grown ass man.
Yeah.
If you have, and then why would I want to have children with somebody that's not a grown, acting like a grown ass man?
Oh shit.
So that when it comes
Look
down,
at the dog took the submissive role down.
so it ain't me.
Okay,
Then
I'll
listen,
be
it
honest.
ain't me this
Listen,
week. Yeah,
I
you
want-
speaking
I-
that shit though.
I want to
That's
speak
all
on this
right.
really
People
quickly.
don't-
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That Farron, she said that, you know, she allows me to lead, and she does. She absolutely does. But I don't want y'all to think that I am just ruling this ship and running the ship by myself.
No, absolutely
I
not.
often defer to her for her advice,
Mm-hmm.
and there are certain things like you said, like I don't know how to do this. You
Yeah.
have any, and I would gladly
That's
take the
something
pass and
is
just say, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
There's a
sex
part
with
of
me.
it.
That's a
There's
turn on.
partnership
I
that's
told
happening.
That's a
him-
turn on
I
for a
told
man to
him
be like, I
first-
need your help. Please
Yes.
help me.
Yeah.
And I told him first and foremost, like, I'm a dependent, not a, I mean, I'm a partner, not a dependent. So,
Yeah.
but above anything, I'm going to be by your side, not behind you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
So, like, I want to be a part of decisions. I want to be part of this. But if even to the point where if it's something serious and we can't come to an agreement, then I'll drop off. You take the lead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's where I'm like, you know, like I'll follow him to the end of earth. Like when we were in Hawaii, he asked me, he was like, what if I just decided to like throw everything away and invest in this coffee company and move to Hawaii? Would you come with me? And I was like, yeah. Because I trust your decision making. Like I trust you would have a plan besides just, you know, just
But those-
blindly.
you
know.
get those tests though. That's what
Yes,
I mean. So
yes,
in the beginning
yes.
process,
Yeah.
before you establish like a true commitment with someone, you get those tests. And
Mm-hmm.
when you get those tests, a lot of women don't.
Pay
But she
attention
also-
to them
A lot of women
flags,
don't.
But she
boy.
also knows,
me
like,
being, oh, go ahead.
with that test and with that whole, like, what if I decided to, you know, just be I said a coffee herder. It was early, we had been drinking all night, and I just said it. Listen,
What the fuck is a coffee
listen,
herder?
but I just said that. But the point is, like, she knows the fact that she said, "I'll follow you to the end of to the end of the earth, and I trust your decision making." She knows that I will present it like everything's fine, and make sure her and the kid have food and water and electricity and money and all that stuff. Meanwhile, on the streets, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I am dying, but she will never feel a piece of it,
But
ever.
and I like that. A lot of men,
I actually
we feel
will.
it.
I
Even
just
when
won't tell
Yeah.
him that
I
I
was
feel it.
just about to say,
I
even
actually
when you
will,
don't,
we just don't
even
tell
when you
them.
don't,
Yeah.
that's that learning
Yeah.
and establishing and seeing. It's like I always tell my friends when they always ask me for advice about relationships. Always ask that question. Is this something I can live with for the rest of my life? When they do that one thing in front of your face, if he over like digging up his nose and coughing and doing stuff, and you're like, this is uncomfortable. You have to literally sit in that and be like,
Yo,
will I be okay with this for the rest of my life? 10, 15, 20,
I
30
have
years from now.
a cousin
Will I
that
be okay with
I
this?
lost contact with, and me and my sister ran into her in a club one night, and she was like, "Yeah, I got married." She was like, "But it's the little things that people don't tell you, like, do I like the way this nigga chew chicken?" And I was like, and that stuck with me. It stuck
important.
with me even when me and
A
him, like,
crackhead told me
years
that.
later, really?
A crackhead
Years
told me that.
later, he and I
Literally.
got together, and I was like, yo, like, at this point, since you're making this huge transition, nothing is too small. So because you're going to have to deal with whatever it is forever. Like, if you're in this, if you're truly in this, you're going to have to deal with this forever. So nothing's too small.
Absolutely.
And so it was like, so this is how he smells when he first wakes up. This is what he looks like. I can deal with this.
Yep. Gotta actually,
Okay.
and that's some serious
Put your
shit.
hand down, Dom.
Okay, I wasn't gonna ask about your funk.
First of all, there is no funk other than the breath. All right, I mean that's regular. All right, so I just want to throw
mean,
that out
there's
there.
funk.
Because when you went to bed, you didn't gargle that mouth with peroxide.
That's probably right, because we probably drank before we went to
I mean,
bed.
don't
We
y'all
get
sweat?
wine wasted.
I be look.
I
that's
don't
a whole
sweat. Farron sweats in her sleep, but I
I
don't sweat.
I
I
sweat
get
like
nice
crazy.
sweats. I get nice sweats.
I don't sweat at all.
I sweat during the day.
But my statement or question will be, when people are dating and we're courting and all these different things that are supposed to be a fairy tale, a lot of people are not asking the correct questions.
They are not.
And
They're
a lot of
scared.
people don't know what the end
They are
game
not.
is or what that could potentially look like. And I think that's how people always find themselves caught up in situations that they don't necessarily want to be in. But because they've invested so much time, they stick around longer than they should.
They get comfortable.
They get comfortable. And so the fear and reality of, yo, I really don't want to do this is lingering in their mind because they're worried about how it looks to everybody else. And I think that's one thing. I mean, people give me flack for the way that I date sometimes, but I'm like, yo, like, shit is real. Like, I'm kind of old school when it comes to marriage. You know, as wild and crazy as I may seem, you know, sometimes. Not all the time. Like,
Yeah, sugar
marriage-
baby.
yeah, because apparently I'm a sugar baby. But, you know, like, when it comes to, like, marriage and stuff, like, I would want that to be something that I can make it last forever. You know, so I really am taking my time, like, you know, like, asking questions, paying attention to, like, how people, you know, react to, you know,
Everything.
tense
Yes.
situations.
That's
Everything.
right. I think that's Martin Luther King
Everything.
that said that the character of a man should be based on. I don't paraphrase
The
because I'm not
content
saying
of,
the way they
fuck.
conduct
Deal with-
themselves
Yeah.
in crisis,
Adversity,
adversity
yeah.
versus
Yeah.
peace. Peaceful.
Yeah.
And we just said that, but you know what it's saying. Like the way
Yeah.
a person treats the waiter or the server. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The way
Yeah.
their
Their
mom,
parents.
you know,
Yeah.
like all of that type
I'm
of
big
stuff
on that.
matters. Like if they talk down to like even like, you know, homeless people, it's like you think that do you really think that anybody wants to be homeless?
Right.
You think a person was like, you know what? I'm tired of working. I want to live on a bridge. That's still a human at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So if you
that's
talk down
true.
to them and just belittle them and just make them feel like shit, like you don't think waking up on the ground every day makes them already feel like shit? And I was talking to Kelby one time. This was like in college, and she was like, her mom was telling her something that changed her look on the way she, you know, helps people out. And she was like, I don't want to give somebody money that's homeless because they just gonna buy alcohol with it. And she was like, her mom was like, Kat was like, if alcohol helps that person get through the day of the reality of being homeless, of sleeping on the floor, like manning the elements All of that. If alcohol can help you get through the day without hurting somebody, without trying to commit a crime, who are we to stop them from that? If that can help you deal with the reality of your situation, and that changed the way I looked at so many different things. And I'm like, a lot of people feel comfortable opening up to me because I'm not someone that judges you. You could be doing whatever. You're like, yo, man, I like to, I like to do heroin while I suck toes and sniff ass on the side. I'm like, all right, my boy. I mean, hey, that's your thing.
That's the beauty.
Not something, I can't speak to that, but I mean, if that helps you, whatever. But I'm not one that can judge you because I think of stuff like that. If that can help you get through your day without hurting somebody, without causing harm to yourself or someone else or committing a crime, I'm not one to judge that, and I'll listen. Now, if you ask my advice, that's something completely different.
Yeah.
But
I hate
will
when
listen.
people ask for my advice. I'll listen all day, but don't ask me for input because I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
People don't like mine.
I'm
Yeah.
mine either. I'm
a
going.
tough lover, and I tell people that before you even ask me. When they ask me, I need your advice. You want, and I always use my father. You want Marvin's advice?
See,
Wanna go to
I just
Marvin's
double
room?
check. I'll be like, "Are you sure?" I make strong eye contact. Are you sure?
I'm very much a tough
Shit.
lover.
I've never asked for friends' advice in the 8 years we've been married, 9 years living together. And
I just give it to you because you won't ask for
Yeah, I
it.
will.
I'm
Shit.
just where I don't even really give anymore.
But,
Unsolicited, I won't do it.
I have to wait for invitation now.
Just to circle back to Madam Carmen. Y'all hear did my voice sound sexy? Madam Carmen.
There you go, baby. There it is. Lay it on thick. Ooh.
Yes.
Put some butter on that shit. Oh, okay, a little tongue.
I like my name being said. Shit. Damn.
So,
you on
question.
the
I
beat.
know that there's different levels or different types of submissives. Are there different types of dominant? Or really? Please tell me more because
I'm
I feel
a
like
sensual
everything.
sadist.
Like,
There
what does
are
that mean?
I'm sensually sadistic.
Girl, what does that mean?
I still didn't
What the
understand
fuck?
I'm not looking
it.
at
She
her.
said the
She
short
said
one.
the-
And
The
then
definition
she
is
gave
the,
the-
is
yeah,
the
she
word.
got-
He's like, I get it.
she gave the clip notes and
I
then she
mean,
gave the long version. I
okay.
still was like, I don't understand it. Can you break it down a little bit?
So,
Example. Maybe an example.
an example.
The lip gloss popping though. Y'all see it? Okay, we
Lip
listen.
gloss has been popping the whole show.
The whole show,
Oh,
but
sorry,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
needed to right now.
Thank you. But okay, so as a sensual sadist, I'll flog you with a flogger. I'll spank you, but I'll also rub you down, kiss on you on your back and your neck a little bit.
Really?
I don't just flog and beat your ass. I can do that though. I've done it a lot of times. There's an energy for that though. That's why I said I'm naturally dominant because if I don't feel like doing it, it's just like sex. If I don't feel like doing it, I don't want to do it. It's no point of me trying to force myself to do something I don't want to do. So that's why I enjoy it. But as far as a sensual sadist, you have sensual sadists, you have sensual doms, you have sadistic doms, you have financial doms, you have professional doms. What else? You have old school doms from the traditional doms, I should say.
What do you mean?
Traditionally, I know a few of them. Traditional doms who have been mentored by doms who have been in the lifestyle for 30, 25, 40 years.
But
who
how
actually-
does that
who actually
lifestyle-
own slaves and subs in their household?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, one
She's
ready
like,
to
I'm
go
ready
real.
for that.
No, like, and when you say slave, I guess that just run
Slaves-
the gamut of things depending on what because the slave
Then
is
you
still
have-
consenting to it, right?
Yeah, so you have master slave, you have dom sub, you have a big little, you have mommy little, a daddy little, daddy baby girl. There's different types of roles that you can play.
Okay.
You have daddy doms. I'm a daddy dom. If you want, I tell myself to call me daddy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And
Do
like,
not
what
call me
does
mommy.
how would that differ from the others, or is that just a name change?
It's based for me personally. It's based and established off of what it is that you provide, what it is that you're doing. Are you a nerd? Like, are you a
I feel like
daddy
she's being
dom?
very vague, and I'm trying
Oh
to
no,
get
I'm
details.
here for it all. I got it.
So like,
I'm ready to start a new life.
so
I
I can-
need an example, Carmen, because you're
I'm
being
trying-
very vague, and I feel like I'm not getting the definition of what you
I'll
mean
give you
between all of these.
Okay, I'll give you an example of each of them. So
Okay,
me being a dom, I'm a femdom. FEMDOM.
FEMDOM. Okay.
Yes. But I also call myself a professional lifestyle dom
Okay.
because I actually own subs. I have subs that I own, and then there are people who actually just hire me for certain sessions.
What does it mean to own somebody?
Literally, I control them, and they've consented to that.
Like, is it certain hours of the day? Is
That's
it
depending on what you've negotiated. Everybody's
So
negotiations.
you got
and
like a
situations-
file cabinet full of contracts for.
Oh, it's on here. But
Okay, keep going.
I'm so intrigued.
so for example, like
Right?
every morning, my subs have to text me, "Good morning," what their dreams were. If they had dreams, if they did not have a dream, they have to say, "I did not have a dream." And if they had a dream, they have to tell me their dream.
And this, sorry. So this is pleasing for you, like this feeds you, or is this
it's both.
just?
It's an established relationship. You're training.
Yeah.
You're training them to establish this relationship for long term if you want.
Okay.
So
okay, keep going.
That's why you
Text
start
you a
owning
dream.
them. You got to be able to trust them. They have to be able to trust you, and you have to be able to establish like a relationship. And
Like, what's your response to a dream, though, or
for
you
me,
just want
learning someone's dream says a lot. It says a lot about what you're thinking about. It says a lot about what's going on in your life. One of my subs, I released him recently, but he told me
Catch
release.
a release program.
Released.
You've been released.
Release means he's no longer my sub. He no longer serves me. I released him. So when he was serving me, I remember him telling me a dream, and it sat with me for a long time. And he didn't know until we started talking about the dream what the actual dream meant. And he said, "I had a dream that I got drunk and I peed in my uncle's car. He had a convertible car." And he said, "And I don't know why I did that because I really like his car. Like I really wanted that car. It's one of my favorite cars." And I was like, I said, "Do you know why? Were you thinking about your uncle?" Like I started asking questions like that. Did you see your uncle the day before? Like, and he was like, "Maybe because I'm probably still kind of upset with him." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, I blame him for my grandfather's passing. His grandfather died of COVID.
This girl needs to be on Talkspace. Well, we listening.
His grandfather died of COVID because his uncle did not believe COVID existed. So his uncle was
Stop,
leaving
right?
and going places, and the
Stop.
only person that was around their grandfather, because everything was quarantined and stuff,
Was that
their
uncle.
uncle. And he still denied it after his grandfather passed away. After his own daddy died, he was like, "Well, he died because he was sick and he was old," and they were like, "No, he died of COVID. And it was because you were going out and coming in, and you weren't believing in it." And literally, he was upset about that, and he's like, "I pissed in his car," and I was like, "Do you see the connection in that?" And he was like, "Yeah." So once we talked about that, he released it right there with me, so it won't sit with him for the rest of the day. That was morning.
This girl is a therapist, y'all. She ain't a dominatrix.
Please tell them that's exactly what
therapist
it
is what
is.
she
under the
is.
wrong
They don't
title.
understand that. I try to tell people that it's very synonymous. A lot of women, a lot of humans in my industry. That's what we're trying to work towards. We're trying to work towards establishing like certificates and licensures because we actually provide and help. It ain't just I'm beating on men and beating on.
Maybe it was some secret like Dom University I didn't know about.
They have
So
some-
I
they have
have
some
it here. Is there a dominatrix university? What did you major in? Like that's what I had
It's
here.
because-
Because I legit was hoping like maybe it's just some secret like skull. What is it? The skull.
Skull and Bones.
The Skull Society.
Like secret
or
society
something.
or
Yes, that maybe I wasn't privy to, but like
I mean,
for real,
there are some like organizations that like are based on the foundation of BDSM, and probably cults too. They probably exist out here like that. You know what I'm
to
saying?
find me a dom to help me work through these daddy issues because they are popping up more and more the more I get into the decade that I'm in.
Your daddy issues.
Because I claim 27. More I get into my 20s.
You really
The
relate
further
to
I get
daddy
into my
lesson?
20s.
I said you really relate to daddy lesson.
Girl, the more I get into my 20s, the more I was like, oh, shoot, this feels like, where did this issue come from?
Yep,
Um,
I get it.
so there are different types of doms. Great. Have you ever, they say you got to learn to follow before you can lead. So have you ever been a sub?
I've bottomed. That's a difference.
There's
difference.
a difference. I feel like
There's a difference
What's
I
the
feel like
difference? Because
Yes,
I'm not
what's the difference?
completely
There's a
When I
familiar.
hear
difference between
bottom-
submission and bottoming. Submission
What?
is relinquishing control.
Right.
That means that like that whole owning. or maybe
'Cause I
not
was
even the
thinking
owning,
about
but
another
relinquishing
model.
the control completely.
Okay.
Meaning that I tell you what to do, what you eat, drink,
Okay.
whatever. When you come or whatever.
Like when you
Wow.
come, like come over the house, or like come.
Come,
Both.
come.
So
Yeah,
you
orgasm
told people to
control.
hold their nut?
I did that last night,
Edge
actually.
I would
play?
have an
Is that what they call
aneurysm.
it?
Yes.
Edge play, babe.
I
It's
would
called
have
edging.
an
Well, that's called edging.
aneurysm.
Not
Edging.
Edge play and edging.
You see the
I'm
nut
sorry,
go into my
correction, edging.
brain and just bust all on my brain.
The beauty of of edging for men is that as soon as you do orgasm, it's like explosive. It's like the most mind blowing orgasm.
My homeboy was telling me, Eddie,
He just put
he
his name
found.
out there.
Well, yeah, don't nobody know him like that, so it's all good. He told me he saw this video, or he read something of how to press like basically on the gooch in
Your
between
taint?
the taint, in between your sack and your
Prostate.
asshole. If right when you're finna come, you press. It's a certain spot. You will press against that, and you will prolong your ejaculation, but it'll
Because
also
you're-
be the most powerful and like just gut wrenching nut that you will ever experience in your life.
It's a build up.
It
That's
is.
why I love you.
Look
get
at
me
her face.
excited.
She's so excited.
Oh my god! Like
Here I am sitting. I'm like, I wonder if I could do that
so,
tonight.
what I love, one of the things that I do love, what I do is like it's orgasm control and actually owning them. So a lot of women, a lot of people, just overall in the lifestyle or just in the sex industry, they like nut. They like to put it in their mouth, on their face. You know, for me personally, I want it. I want to own it. I want you like to come. Even if you come in my hand, do stuff with it, like make you eat it. It's different things
Look
that
at
you,
this.
that you can do.
I mean, you
No
got clear
snowball
skin,
kisses,
so it
babe.
make- So I thought when you were saying you wanted it, like I thought you meant like in your mouth, like where it goes into your body, because you know,
No, I
like
own
you know,
it so that she
I-
can
it
say what
belongs-
happens to it.
Thank you.
I-
I control that.
cool,
If your nut
cool.
belongs to me,
Like she
if I
truly
worked,
embodies
if
the
I
worked-
spirit
You think I
of a
could-
dom.
if I
I
worked
be
hard for
wanting
that,
it,
so put it like this:
but
if I
like-
worked hard for the nut, say for instance, I'm jacking a sub off.
okay.
And he come, all that goddamn work. Your
my
earring
earring.
just popped off. He's like, okay, boom.
but
But like, just say for instance, like I'm jacking him off, and I tell him, I'm talking to him, I'm coaching him through, and I'm giving him a nice little prostatic massage, and then all of a sudden he explodes. He comes. I finally allow him to come, and he comes, and it comes so much, and it's all over my hand. Belongs to me. Why would that? That's my treat. You gave me a tribute. That's what that is. It belongs to me. I worked for that. It's like when you go to the slot machine, you put all those coins in there and you keep clicking the thing down. Eventually, whatever comes out that motherfucker don't belong to nobody else but you. You done invested
You
into
right.
it.
Wow.
But I
Yo.
feel like, but you know what? But there's like,
Wow.
I put sex on such a different level.
yeah,
Right.
Because when you thought about that, what did you think about when she said, "I might make you eat it"?
I ain't ate enough pineapples.
And that be the problem. That in
Yeah,
water. When
but
you
then-
go, when your nut go, when it just
You
come
don't
out,
have enough water? You haven't drank enough water?
it's like blood. It's a bodily fluid.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
men,
you're
y'all,
dehydrated.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hydrate, fellas.
because I know I'm like, yo, so I was like, so you had some garlic today?
Cause some dude literally asked me recently. He sent me a reference video. I don't know why a lot of men. I don't know why. I don't know because I'm who I am.
You know why.
But like they literally be like, can you teach me how to make me come like him? He hit the wall, and he was in the bed, and it was like 20 feet away, and I'm just sitting here like, first off, I mean I have dicks, but I don't. There's not one attached to my actual body.
Right.
So I wouldn't like know
No.
exactly how I would do it.
Right.
to help
right,
you
right.
do that. But I always tell men or humans with penises that like it's important that you drink and you eat and you work out. Those things are important if you want to actually have a great sexual performance.
Yeah.
If you want the longevity of your sex life to be fucking amazing, do those things. Don't be stubborn and think that it's just because we telling you to do that shit. If you want to be all bendy and flexible and flip and shit and do all types of stuff and then you come and it be explosive and the shit lasts long and you want to, and when you get done, you're like, oh my God, fucking exhausted. That shit comes from actually working hard. Like literally working out and drinking water. Please drink your fucking water. Please. That's why, another reason why I will
Wow.
never have nut in my mouth.
Wow.
Okay.
the,
Look at
the
that.
way I'm about to
Look
just...
at this skin and these teeth, perfect white teeth.
You think I'm putting that in
You
my
said
mouth?
you huh?
You been putting that in my mouth after you ain't drink no water?
Oh no,
But you over here
see,
like,
but
you
that's how
taste
you know.
amazing. You
But
taste
see,
like
like,
pineapples. Cause
I
I
did-
worked hard.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
No, but you know
that's
when you tell people that
amazing.
when you tell people that, like even women, like, hey, you can't be out here drinking soda like that. Like your PA, you can't be eating, like flaming hot Cheetos with ramen noodles and all these different type of things.
Hella
What?
symbols.
That bitch
It's
in
not
high
good.
school. What
It's-
the
Girl,
fuck?
But it's women out here.
We be doing that
It's-
shit
it's
still,
so-
and I
but-
just be like, sis, I know your
No.
coochie stink.
But the thing about it is,
I
it becomes
mean-
their natural pheromonic smell.
Yeah.
I made that word pheromonic up.
It's a word now.
Pheromonious is
Yeah.
another word that I
Webster,
created.
you hear that? Pheromonic.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
but-
it's just like when I tell people, I was just like, I can even tell like if I have not drank enough water. Like it's the way that even that
Yeah.
you sweat, like on
Yeah.
the armpits and stuff.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I gotta get more water. I need to eat more
Definitely.
vegetables. Like
Yeah.
But I mean,
A lot of people aren't
don't be
aware,
paying attention,
and they don't care.
They don't.
I live in Houston, Texas. When I tell people that I'm vegan, I could never do that. You eat
It's too-
vegetables with your meat, don't you? Well, you eat a potato with
Some
your steak.
of them don't.
Girl,
That's literally all the potatoes.
They eat steak with their steak. So even speaking for, well, as an individual or as a couple, I want you to answer for both scenarios. What is the most common and least common reasons why an individual, male and female, or a couple would work with a dominatrix?
A release, companionship,
Are these the most common reasons? Okay.
companionship, release, exploration, wanting to learn something new, spicing up your life, because they know that they're naturally submissive and they're not afraid or ashamed to actually acknowledge their role, their natural role, and they search for that. They want to actually, some people actually come and approach doms because they want to be a dom. So like you just said, some people actually submit and actually go through the whole thing. I didn't submit. I bottomed for doms so they can show me. But
Oh, did you explain what a bottoming for a dom is?
because I'm
Yeah,
on a
no,
different
I don't
bottom.
remember that one. Yeah.
Because
I'm on a
yeah,
completely
so
different
bottoming,
bottom.
bottoming is, like I said, it's basically the submission role, but not with the submission. So if I bent over and let you spank me, you just topped me. I just bottomed for you.
oh,
But I didn't say, no, madam, yes, madam, I own you. I mean, you own me. You didn't say, go in there and go wash the dishes now. And I go, yes, okay, we'll go. Like, that's the submission part to it. You just bottom, you just spank me a little bit. Because some people like that. They don't want to submit. They want to be spanked. They won't be choked. They want fetishes. They want kinks. That's why I always make sure I individualize the two with BDSM, kinks, and fetishes, because they intersect, but they're not the same.
right.
You know, because you can practice both, either or neither. So,
But BDSM can be a fetish, or can it not?
in BDSM, you explore fetishes,
Explore fetishes.
because BDSM is an acronym for what it actually is. So
Oh, the bondage, discipline.
yeah. So like
Okay.
all of those can be fetishes. Each one of those letters represent multiple fetishes or a fetish, but like you're actually just playing on those fetishes within that lifestyle. So I'm in the BDSM lifestyle, but my fetishes are blah 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 blah.
Okay. So
Or-
BDSM seems like an umbrella term too, or an umbrella acronym to fetishes, or do not all fetishes fit under BDSM? Like,
All fetishes can fit under BDSM.
okay.
If you utilizing them for those particular roles. Bondage is a fetish.
What you doing?
I got a quiz that I want you to take.
Somebody asked about that quiz too, Dom. They asked, I think it was Sherry. She said, where could she take that BDSM quiz?
Oh, I
at?
think
I'll
it was
send it
me
to you.
that said I took a quiz. Did you take a quiz too?
BDSMtest.org.
Oh, both of
You wanna
us
know what
mentioned the
I am?
quiz.
BDSMtest.org. I take mine every year, once a
Yeah,
year.
it's two
it gets
versions
more and
of
more
it. It's
dominant.
one is like a shorter version, and then it's like the long version.
The
It's like
longer
60
version
some
is the
questions.
best version.
The longer
Where's
version
that at?
is
Where can they find that?
BDSMtest.org.
yes.
BDSMtest.org.
As soon as you if you Google BDSM test, it's literally the
it should pop
first,
up.
the first link.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
So y'all get bottoming?
wow. Huh?
Y'all understand like
Yes.
bottoming?
Yes. I
It's
totally.
most times used
Yeah, I'm
in like the
98%
LGBT.
dominant.
So it's kind of like being an indentured
Like
Like when you
servant
hear
and
when
not
you
a
hear when you hear a
slave.
lot of gay men talk about are you a top or a bottom? That's literally what they're talking about.
Yeah, well,
So
It's giving and receiving.
yeah.
it's like being an indentured servant, but not a slave.
No.
Like you're there by choice and you're getting something out of it, but you're not only there to
a
serve that
slave
one
gets
person.
something out of it too. They consensually decided to be a slave because that's what they wanted.
You're thinking of slave in the traditional sense. She's
Yeah, I
talking
am.
about
I
slave
am,
in the
and I was
video.
comparing it to
Gotcha.
that. But
She's using it
okay.
as an analogy, but no, it's not. It's
Okay.
not.
It's not that. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a rigger?
A rigger is someone who actually ties people. Rig them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do that.
Oh.
Say 100%.
A rope rigger. But you have it in you.
Yeah, it says 100% exhibitionist.
Typically right before she has it in her. Ayo!
Wow. So this has been so great. And if you're ever back here, I want to have you again, but we have to wrap up. We're short on time.
Not sure. We got a good episode out of it. It's almost 50 minutes long. We got
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like I had so many questions. Like, it's like 15 questions listed here that I didn't get to.
Asked.
Um,
Trying to make them quick.
no, I did once, just real quick, if you could do it fast. Like, for you personally, what would be the ideal situation that for you to dominate?
Like my ideal dynamic.
Yes.
That's funny because I'm actually trying to establish something new for myself as I'm getting older. I'm realizing that I want household subs that eventually don't live within my household quarters, but like maybe live in like a cabin or the garage or something of that nature.
Oh.
Eventually in the future, not
Oh,
now.
wow.
But yeah, them and they work to serve. Like they actually go to an actual job and give me their check and they serve me.
Wow.
Shit.
So, wait. So,
I like her.
in that situation, do you actually have sex with your subs, or is this just a
They just serve her.
a power control
There's
situation?
bodily fluids that can be exchanged. Like I can get my pussy ate, my ass ate, but most times I don't. All the time I don't. No penetration.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
I penetrate
Yeah.
them. They don't penetrate.
There you go. There you go, Dom. Because Dom's really.
Look at her
interested
face. Look at her
Yeah,
face.
I'm
You
really
like
big.
pegging? Shit, my stroke game is crazy. That's what the fuck I'm known for. If you look me up on Pornhub,
She
trust
said
me
they
on
don't
that.
be coast to coast for my stroke game.
My stroke game is goes
Crazy.
ham.
Yo.
I don't normally brag about shit like that, but even when I watch myself, I be like, God damn. I like to fuck myself sometimes. Shit. And that's because I work out.
Right.
I
She
can't,
puts
I
in the
can't.
work.
When we were
Wow.
in Houston a couple weeks ago doing the show, she had a trip to Atlanta, like, so she didn't get to come to the show. And she was like, yeah, I just got back to town. Got to find something to eat. I'm finna go get a acai bowl. But it wasn't an acai bowl. It was
It's a smoothie bowl.
a smoothie bowl. You got strawberry and
So my base is mango, strawberry, peanut butter. That's the base.
she really is about that life. She ain't just out here just talking and shit. She be eating healthy as fuck.
I eat a
Yeah, I
smoothie
mean, because
bowl
I know a
day.
lot of vegans that I'm like, girl, they eating like Red Hot Riplets and shit, which is okay because I got 2 bags in my house. But I
There's
mean,
a such thing as one of my crew members is a junk food vegan.
yeah. I'm like,
bad.
Oh,
girl,
that's a
Yeah.
thing. Junk food vegan.
She literally has a bag of vegan junk food every time we have like we create, produce our scenes and stuff together. But I take them because I'm vegan and I get hungry. So she's like, I got the snacks. I got the chips, the guacamole, some popcorn, granola, some vegan cookies.
She a bad influence.
Bad,
Yeah.
terrible. Now I can't have none of that shit. Now I'm all alkaline and
Really?
yeah. I gotta keep
Yo.
this pH on point.
I feel you though.
Hey.
That's amazing.
Well,
oh
listen.
my God, I'm so happy I met you. But
Likewise.
yes, we have to wrap up. But I feel like whenever Madam Cormac makes it back out here, we are gonna have her in this goddamn studio.
Thank
So
you.
thank you
I
so
like
much
being
for coming,
here.
and thanks for sticking around.
I want to give a special shout out to our special guest. We got Dom, aka St. Angeles. We got Madam Carmen in the building. It came through. We had a lot of fun on this episode.
Yes,
It was shout out to the
yes.
Patreon that were here throughout the whole 3 hours,
The
man.
whole
We had
3 hours.
we had,
Y'all
we had a
rocking
lot of
with
fun,
it.
and they were commenting the whole time, active in the comments, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, that's what's
It's
up.
been another episode of More
More
to
to
the Store.
the story. I'm Farron Moore.
And I'm Tahir Moore. And we'll see you next week on another episode of More to the Story.
Story.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Oh, you know what? Before we get out of here, where can they find everybody? Don, where they find you? Then we go to you,
Yes.
Madam Carmen.
Y'all can find me on St. Angeles on IG. I have a link tree that'll give you access to everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
You can find me on everywhere. Madam Carmen too. On Pornhub,
Yeah,
OnlyFans,
I'm going to look.
ManyVids, Twitter. I got like 10
Twitter.
Instagrams.
She
Madam Carmen too.
She had an
number two.
Instagram that got shut down. And she sent me, he said, hey, follow this one because they was hating on.
It's because I'm a sex worker. They don't like us. They don't like you popping your pussy on the internet. They don't like this.
We'll see you next week, guys. Peace out.
Too. Bye.